there, it's Amanda here with day 9 of Craftmas. Oh, that one does not want to come open. There we go. Oh, interesting. No little image on the back of this flap. That's different. So, sequins. We have still got to do something just using this, well, not just using this, but focusing on what is in that door. So let's have a think and come up with something. Okay, so I thought, what better type of card to make with a pack of sequins than a shaker card? So I have a card base here that's 5x7. I've got this Anna Griffin Carmen collection. It's also 5x7, so that's handy. And I've picked out 2 pieces of card from that. That's good. Okay, so here's our aperture cut out, and here's our little frame, and here's the piece of acetate, which I just cut so that it roughly gives me enough space to stick down on the underside. So I'm going to start just sticking these pieces together first of all. So we've got our piece of acetate, so I'm going to do that by putting tape on the back of our piece of card here, because I think that's easiest. That down. Just trying to worry about it being straight, but it doesn't matter. So that's our acetate done. Then we're going to get this little frame. So now we want to just pop this around the edge. And the reason I did this was just I felt like it just added a nicer look to the, sort of a more finished look to our aperture here. Then on the back here we want to put our foam. Now we want to make sure that we get foam all the way around these edges, so that when we put our sequins in, that they're going to stay within that aperture. Right, so we're going to do the next one, and we want to make sure it really butts up against the edge of the last one. Oh gosh, we need to pop him down so he's not in my way. And you want to make sure that it's as close as you can, but it's not going to show through. And you want to go very slightly past each time on the next corner, so that when you do the next side, you can butt the next one up against it nice and tight. Going up to the edges there. So what I'm going to do is slightly cut it longer, because you can shove it in. It's better to push it in than have it too short, because this, obviously the rest of it needs to be up in the air as well. So we want to make sure that that is all going to be popped up. Okay, so that's that all got the foam on it, and as you can see I do put a lot on, but I don't want this to sink. If you post it and you haven't quite put enough on, you know, there's going to be bits that will disappear down. So what I should have done, but I forgot, was before I put the acetate in, I should have marked the position of the aperture on this piece of card here. So I'm going to improvise. Okay, so we know the front of my card, this piece, is the same as the front of my foldy part of the card. So if I was to pop that card into the corner, it would line up exactly the same. I'm going to take my sentiment, which is a happy birthday here, which is from Simon Says stamp. I think it's Big Scripty Greetings. I think that's the one it's called. And it says happy birthday, as I said. So we're going to pop that sort of in the centre there. Pick that up. Whoa. Make sure that's okay. Yeah, that's all good. So I'm going to use this Distress Oxide mustard seed. There we go. And then I just want to check that that's fitting. There we go. Looking good. Okay. Okay, so I've taken all the backing off the foam and I've got my card here as well. So I'm going to move the card over. Now normally I would probably put my sequins into the aperture here because you've got the sort of border and everything, but I really want to be sure that I line this piece up accurately on the top here. So I'm actually going, and I don't want loads of the sequins on the happy birthday because I don't want to cover it up completely. So we're just going to put, I think that's probably going to be enough, and that's all in the center and they should move around just fine. And then we're going to line it up like so, and make sure it is properly pressed down, particularly around that aperture area. There we go. There's our shaker card. And then I thought it would be nice just to add, since it is the sequins is our item, to add a few of these to the outside of our card as well. Okay, so that's those all stuck down on the front. It's just quite subtle, but you can just catch the shimmer. But I just thought since the sequins were meant to be our focal point, then that would be really nice to have those extras on the front. And then the apertures that were cut out, the spare pieces from here, from the pink and from the yellow, I cut those in half at an angle and I popped them on the inside just to create, again, just a little bit of interest and continuity through to the inside. So that is our card for today. I hope you have enjoyed making this with me. I hope you like the card. If you do, I'd love it if you could give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to go on across to the blog post as well. I'm posting at the end of every week on a Friday. Otherwise, they're up here, obviously, every day, the videos. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye.